Welcome, everybody, to Countdown to Pull Time Session 1, DeKalb County Fair, Sandwich, Illinois. Van says, don't these kids have school? That was the first thing he said. Are they in school, or what's going on?
I don't know. Our kids have been in school for a month.
Yeah, Wisconsin went back on Tuesday.
Wow.
On Labor Day. So every state's a little bit different because our kids, we're all from Wisconsin.
Okay,
so.
yeah. Indiana, they were like the Monday after the 1st of August.
Okay, when do they get out then, Van?
Into May.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, that's okay.
They're just slave drivers down there in Hoosier land.
Well, they saw how the adults turned out, and they wanted to.
I know there's no hope for them.
Needed a little more.
We have 4 awesome classes for you tonight, fans, on fullpull.live. We're going to go live on the live stream about 6 o'clock. The pull starts at 6:30. Tonight, we will crown a Grand National Superstock Diesel Truck Champion. Van Hazley, the Rock Hard Ram, one of the most well-known names in the sport, one of the OGs of the Superstock Diesel class. He is 6 points behind Craig Dickey and the Cummins Killer 3.
Thanks to Bowling Green, Ohio.
Yeah, I was just going to ask you. Yeah, we're going to have Jeremy Yeager and the Pipe Dream on. Craig Dickey, you got Scott Sturble, Tony Tomczyk here with us. There are some of our camera guys. They have faces for radio. That's why but I wanted to get them on the show here tonight. So, Scott, what do you think to be on the countdown to pull time?
Been behind the camera all year. It's great to be here. Been traveling with the Grand National Circuit all year, and it's been a fun experience this year.
Scott's the one that runs the mobile camera down at the starting line.
Oh, okay.
Does all the walk-arounds and sticks them in
you.
your face and stuff like that.
Yeah,
So.
that's all good.
Yep. How tired were you after Bowling Green?
That was a long weekend.
Bowling Green is brutal.
Them five show weekends, like Toma and Northern Iowa Nationals, that's a long weekend.
Yeah. When you're moving around so much in that gimbal, it's heavy and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Then we have Tony T. And Ellie's over there, too. Yep. But she's way cuter than you, Tony. We should have had her.
Absolutely.
Had her. She'd be better for
Absolutely.
viewing. So.
Yes.
But Tony's also one of our camera operators down here on the end of the track. So it's been our first year with Full Pull Live. Van, this is kind of our college game day.
Yeah.
You know, our studio set up here. Next year we're going to have those big fat heads. You know, we'll pick up who we think's going to win tonight and stuff like that.
Man,
so
that'll be better than mouse control.
Right. I like it.
Yeah, a fathead van.
Hey, we won't call you a fathead to your face, I promise. So. Sandwich, Illinois, Van, have you been here before, sir?
Yes, been here many years.
What do you think of the track?
Sandwich, Illinois is a very, very good track. It can get dry and hard.
Okay.
But Mother Nature's been kind to us so far today, Jason. That's good.
Yeah, it is.
Kind of been overcast, and as you look out there, the guys have done a great job. And Jimmy Miller's kind of, steerheading this whole operation tonight. And there's plenty of moisture in that. It ought to be an awesome track.
Have you seen the pulling order yet, like of the class order yet?
Well, I haven't seen the exact order, but I know Craig Dickey's like last hook, and he's 3 or 4 hooks behind me. I'm middle of the class.
Okay.
Yeah.
So are you guys running first, or you're gonna have somebody go out in front of you? Have you seen the class order, like the pulling order yet?
Yeah, I think Kent Crowder's test hook tonight.
Okay. No, I meant like actual. Are you first class or second class?
Oh, no, we'll be last class.
You'll be last class?
They always make the diesels
so
last class.
So we just run one track tonight?
I
think we have
believe
two.
I believe two. We've always run 2 here.
We got Region 3 4-wheel drive trucks, Region 3 2-wheelers, and then the Region 3 has 3.6 Pro Stock diesel trucks one time this year.
Right.
So, and then we'll have you guys.
And normally they pull them first, and then they pull the super stocks after the 3.6.
Okay,
yes.
Cool. Sounds good.
Yeah.
Well, you guys are going to leave in a little bit.
Yeah, we're going to be out
and,
here.
No. When Craig and Jeremy get up here, ask some questions of Van. What do you want to ask Van Hazley? We're live on the interwebs, live on Full Pull Facebook, Full Pull YouTube. It can be anything, like favorite food, last time Patty kissed him on the cheek. I mean, anything like that.
The one thing I've noticed this year is a lot of guys have this on in their trailers. They have our live stream on in the trailers. Do you guys use that throughout the year to say, hey, my truck did this, or hey,
I'm old school, and typically Patty is always videoing, or somebody from our crew is video. And so, unfortunately, I use that. I'm not a tech guy, super tech guy, but I know Jeremy Yeager, when we was at Toma, Wisconsin, he had his big screen on the side of his RV, and he was watching all that. Yes. Yeah.
No, because we've had a lot of people say, hey, get that off there. You're showing what gear we're putting them in. Because Scott's right there. I'm like, no, we want to show that.
Yeah.
To the fans.
But most of our trucks, I mean, they are idiot-proof. I mean, forward, backwards. You can screw yourself. There's multiple 20 different gears you can put in the drop box. And like my son says, you ought to put the money gear in there and just weld it shut.
Can that be a new T-shirt? I'm going to make that.
Put the money gear in and weld it shut.
Yeah,
definitely.
Yeah. And I was just talking to Larry from ProFab today, and he was talking about some 4-wheel drive puller wanted a 2-speed transmission. And he said, sure, I'll give you 2 speeds. He said, it'll be the same speed in each gear, but you can have 2.
Two to pick one just to change it up.
Yeah. I mean,
well, it takes a lot of the guesswork out of it too. Just get up there and go.
I see you tractor pullers sitting up there, just you think long, you think wrong.
Yep.
And you throw it in the wrong hole, and it just don't work.
It's all good. Scott, what first question for Van Hazley from you?
I know you've been pulling a long time. You're one of the more seasoned veteran in this sport.
You can call him old. He's a cool guy.
I'm old.
Van, you're
I'm
old.
ancient.
I'm ancient.
I remember him from a long time ago. I've been following this a long time. With all the new technologies coming out, I know you do a lot of motor building for a lot of other people. How do you put that into your own setup?
Well, I'll tell you what. People don't believe this, but the best compliment I ever get is to get beat by one of my own motors, because that just makes us work harder. And in the off season, I mean, my son and all the guys at the shop, I mean, that's all we do is strive for horsepower. And the common question is, everybody wants to know, well, how much horsepower has Rock Hard Ram got? And my standard answer is, not enough. Yeah, because I mean, we are horsepower junkies, aren't we, Jason?
Yeah. Oh, you'll never give up.
I mean, yeah. But next year, Patty and I will officially be pulling 50 years.
Wow.
Next year. We went down the summer of 1985 in a diesel pickup truck, and people just can't even. Most guys, there's guys today pulling, wasn't even born then.
Right.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
85, I would have been 6.
Yeah.
So
I was 5.
Had an old Chevrolet farm truck. We put a 6.2 in it and put a Gale Banks turbocharger, and we was just, we was top dog. But we had to play with the gas guys, and so we had to get the truck light, and so. But the best thing that has revolutionized diesel pulling is, over the last few years, is just the technology in turbochargers, injectors. Jason, I mean, that is just taking the sport to the next level. And then Shane Kellogg, Eric Stacy, and myself, a few years ago, we went to driving school at OSTPA, and we went and pulled with them blower guys. And let me tell you what, we got educated.
Yep.
Yeah. But then all of a sudden, when we beat them guys, they didn't like us no more.
Now,
I just don't understand it.
Now they can't go back anymore.
No, we can't go back.
all of a sudden, your welcome is not so great anymore.
Yeah. Their class was dying, and I understand it. They needed trucks. But I tell you, the fans love that because
I do too.
In one class, we had noise and smoke.
Yep.
And they loved it. Loved it.
It's kind of like the duel of the fuels they do at the farm show with the Southeast Supers and the Diesel Supers. Yep.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Again, if you're just joining us, countdown to pull time, session 1, Thursday, September 5th, Sandwich, Illinois.
Yeah.
Last Grand National Hook of the year. We're going to have Jeremy Yeager and Craig Dickey up a little bit. You have Van Hazley. You got the top 3 in super stock diesel trucks yet. Picks or super stock diesel trucks. If you haven't done so yet, head over to fullpullpicks.com. We have cash games up tonight for super stock diesel trucks, 2-wheel drives, Region 3, and 4-wheel drives as well. We also have many other games up for this weekend. We're going to have stuff from Nashville, Illinois, the home of the Pullers Championships. Brad's having a end-of-the-year pull down there. Threw extra $4,000 in there to win if you got 15 in the class.
Really?
Yeah. So like if they have 15 mini rods, it's $4,000 to win each night. So
right.
That's the one thing that people ask me all the time. Why do you put so much effort into this? Because as a puller, we do not get paid enough.
No, that is our one thing. We are not NASCAR.
Nope, and we got to get there.
And we've got to figure out, number one thing, Jason, we got to do is we got to get butts in the seats.
Yep.
We've got to get the fans in here. The fans are what pays the bills.
Yep.
And so we've got to figure out how to make this entertaining for our fans.
Yes.
And we've got to want them to come.
Yep.
Yes.
No, agreed 100%. So we have mini rods and pro stock games tomorrow night, and then diesel supers here from session 2 in Sandwich, as well as super farm modifieds and pro stocks. I'm sure we'll put some more stuff up for Saturday night. Okay, so your Grand National season ends tonight.
Yes.
Okay. Obviously, you're trying to chase down Craig yet. He's got a 6-point lead on you. Possible. There's 18 trucks in the class.
Yes.
If one of you stumbles, the other one can slide in front of you. We saw it in Bowling Green with R.J. Simon. He chased Brian Eilethorpe all year long.
Right.
Brian had no issues until the last hook of the year. Broke their rear end in it at Bowling Green. Finished basically dead last. All R.J. had to do was run it out there at 6 or 7 spots, and he did it, and then away we go.
And that's basically what happened to me this year. I mean, fortunately, I haven't won any Grand National pulls this year. I was first place loser about everywhere we went. And so it's just been one of those years. But, we went into Bowling Green with a nice, comfortable 6-point lead. And I told my wife, I said, that's not enough at Bowling Green because you get such trucks. I don't remember. You remember what our truck count was? It was way over 25, 26.
It was close to 30.
Yeah,
I thought it was 28.
I mean,
that sounds right.
Yeah. Larry Richwine a few years ago, he said, where does all these diesel trucks come from? He said, we don't see them all year long, but, boy, when we get to Bowling Green, they come out of the woodwork.
Everybody comes to party.
Yes.
That's what I've heard.
Yes.
That's what I've been told.
Yeah. The jungle.
It is the jungle. As I look through full pull picks, Van right now is a 2-1 favorite tonight, so a lot of the money's put on Rock Hard Ram. Justin Gerhardt is the best odds so far tonight. Cream of the crop, 1-1. So somebody put some big money down on Justin.
Yeah.
No kidding.
Yeah.
1-1.
Farmer's Nightmare, Jared Ripp. Wow. So there's people putting some stuff out there like that. So
there's some good money on that stuff tonight.
And it's a Thursday, and a lot of people are getting off work, and then we start at 6:30 Central tonight.
Well,
trying to see.
See, we're from Hoosier Land, Indiana, the Bible Belt of America.
Yep.
You can't paramiserable bet in Indiana. So we need to get a good friend out of Indiana to bet. Yeah,
that's all good. We can get going on that. Craig Dickey's 1-1. So, the top 3 trucks are out there where they need to be. So people are feeling good about that. So, do you come into a point? I mean, you bet how many Grand National or Champions Tour championships do you have?
Oh, believe it or not, none.
What?
None.
What? That doesn't.
I was NTPA. I was NTPA regional champion several times, but as far as Grand National, none.
What did we have super stock diesels on the region?
And yes, there is, but very, very little. The state of Ohio now has just kind of taken over. OSTPA has taken over, and there's a whole bunch of state-level trucks that are very, very competitive, but you can't blame them guys, Jason, just what we talked about earlier.
They can get home.
I mean, the amount of money it costs us to get from point A to point B, and those guys can pull in state of Ohio, pull twice a week.
And be home each night.
Yeah, and be home each night.
We talk about that a lot with Badger State. Why Badger State's so strong is because the guys are all they have cows to milk the next day and farms to run and businesses to run, and not everybody can get out. And I mean, it hurts your business to be away as much as you are.
Yeah,
I mean, you've told me that before.
Yep. So. Yep. Cats away, the mice will play.
Absolutely, yeah.
But I've got some great guys. Don't get me wrong there. I mean, I have really got some great guys, and they, you just give them what to do, and they do it.
Absolutely.
That's what you do.
When the season wraps up tonight, are we pushing Rock Hard Ram away, or are we going to hit? Are you going to any OSTPA?
No, we'll go. It looks like we'll go to the Weeklands pool out there, and then I don't know. I've been asked to go down to Benson, North Carolina.
Okay, that's the finals for full pull.
Yes.
October 10th and 11th,
right.
I think.
Yep. And then we always go to Diesels and Dark Corners.
November 1 and 2.
Oh my God.
White Plains, Georgia.
Can't wait.
I mean, I can't say it on the air what goes on down there. But, I mean,
diesel pulling, that's what goes on down there.
It is absolutely controlled chaos.
Yep.
I mean, it is so crowded down there. After you pull, it'll take you an hour to get your vehicle back to your trailer.
Yes.
And it's just they've outgrown the facility, but I mean, everybody's done for the year. What are we going to do? Let's go to Georgia.
There's a nice 6-week break, where we're just burnt out right now. We just are. Let's admit it.
Cooked.
And then like October, I kind of miss everybody. And then we could do this Diesels and Dark Corners thing. You get down there, and they're down there freezing, and we're down there in shorts and sunglasses, and it's like 65 degrees. Actually, it was really cold last year, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
Yes, it was really
Our first
cold
year
last
down there, we actually were at the hotel swimming, and people thought we were nuts.
Yeah. For sure.
You kind of are.
From time to time.
It's all good. So, again, countdown to pull time here, fans. Superstock diesel trucks. Got Jeremy Yeager and Craig Dickey coming up here in a little bit. Got Van Hazley on with us now. Scott and Tony from our crew. Cummins Killer 3's at 243. Now, NTPA is 1 point, right?
1 point per hook.
So 25-24, right?
Yep.
Because PPL is 50-48, I think.
Yes, 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. I know. And then the Outlaws, you get a bonus point if you win.
Okay.
You get 30 if you win and 28 a second. So they give you an extra point for winning. And
okay.
We cover a lot of pulls, and sometimes I get mixed up on all that. So Rock Hard Ram sit at 237. Pipe Dreams at 235. Triple Alpha Process Hades Edition, the second longest name in pulling. Ryan Anderson's got green galvanized stairs checking out.
Oh, my gosh.
So that was like when you look at our graphics up there on the screen, it's all mushed together.
Yep. Yeah.
So really, it's kind of a 3-dog fight tonight. If the top 3 would stumble and triple or top shelf are mathematically not out of it, but it would have to be a complete flip 1 to 18.
Right.
There's 18 trucks tonight. I'm pretty sure they're all Grand National competitors.
No. If you get to looking in there, there's from several per hook.
Okay.
Yeah, in there tonight.
And I want to explain that to the fans that maybe somebody finishes ahead of Van, but they're not a Grand National member. They take the Grand National money, but they don't take the points.
Right.
So that's how that works. So
right.
It's fun to do all that here. It's fun to see the 3.6 trucks. This is the only hook they have for the season?
Yeah,
a
for
lot of the
NTPAs.
Badger State guys are
Yes.
coming down. Some of the as ISP or ITPA.
ITPA.
Yeah.
And
I think ITPA went to just super stock now.
Okay, did they?
Yeah.
I'd have to ask Brady Ingram.
Well, they talked about going to like a 4-1 Charger, and then they just opened it up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, speak of the devil, here comes the coming killer.
There
right
they
now.
are.
They are.
Ah, yeah.
Well,
It's about
we're
to
gonna-
get fun now.
We're going to step away and let these three battle it out here.
Yeah, no, that's.
I was hoping you was digging sand.
Craig Dickey and Jeremy Yeager are going to sit down with here in a few minutes. We got the top three in our Grand National Diesel Superstock trucks tonight here. Craig Dickey, Cummins Killer, 243. Rock Hard Ram, 237. Jeremy Yeager in the pipe dream at 235. I wanted to kind of get you. I know you guys are all friends and you pick on each other, but it's fun to have you together a little bit. Craig, how many Grand National Championships do you have?
0.
And Jeremy, how many Grand National Championships do you have?
0.
And Van?
0.
So who's been winning all these things?
I don't know, but I know I don't have any Grand National wins.
You don't
this
have any
year.
You don't.
No,
Jeremy
neither
has
do I.
two.
How many
Got
do you
two.
got?
Yeah,
you
he's
swept,
got two.
You swept Fort Recovery.
Yeah.
Okay, and then
Lucky
you don't have
dog.
Any,
None,
it was,
none.
that thing was on rails that weekend.
I've been first place loser many times this year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was always right behind Van. Been chasing them all year.
Yeah.
So where did we start running points at Hutch?
Yep.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
let's go through the season. Who came out in the lead after Hutch?
Van was in the lead all the way through
year.
Bowling Green.
Still Bowling Green.
Yeah, until
Has Bowling Green always been bad to you?
yes,
Or, okay.
yeah,
yep.
yeah. It cost me a regional championship one year too. Yeah,
Wow.
same thing.
No, there are some polls, guys, and you know that, where your truck does not like that dirt for whatever
Yeah.
reason.
Yeah,
And there are
yeah.
some tracks. If I was you, I would buy real estate in Fort Recovery, Ohio.
No doubt in my mind.
Jeremy.
You're absolutely
It's
right.
been awesome. So been
But
a lot of
no,
fun.
Bowling Green is a fantastic truck. I mean, I had to make 2 runs Friday, and if you took one of them runs away Friday, I would have made a run Saturday. But we hurt the manifold charger, and
So you had early hook. They reset. Or
yeah,
did you turn it
I
down?
blew it out the end.
Okay.
And come back last. So I made 2 hooks on Saturday, and then Saturday night, couldn't get the manifold charger to work. And I mean, it wasn't junk, but it wasn't right.
It wasn't playing ball.
Yeah, it wasn't playing ball. And Craig didn't show me no mercy. An old low life over there. But, you know,
You pulled after me, otherwise I might have let off a little bit.
I say, give me. Like, you guys ever do that? Like, I'll give you $20 to let out of it, or anything like that, or that take more than $20. I'm
No,
guessing.
you gotta pay the sled guy to put the twist in the
Yeah.
chain.
twisting the chain.
Hold
You'll
the brakes.
twist in the chain.
Hold the brakes.
I like that a lot, guys. Craig, you been to Sandwich before?
Oh yeah.
Okay, have the Cummins Killer liked this track in the past, or
You know, a few years ago we didn't do too bad here. Last year we had that little hiccup, melted a piston, and threw the big bomb out of the oil pan. So we didn't get too far there last year. I think we were like 150 feet. But we're hoping for better tonight. That's for sure.
Jeremy?
I've never been here.
Never been here, so he's the Sandwich virgin.
I'm a virgin.
Have you talked to some people that you trust, unlike these two? Like that, any advice from other competitors in the class? Or?
I trust these guys.
I know.
So
I'm trying to
I've
sell
talked
it.
to-
I'm trying to sell the drama. I'm trying to sell the drama.
You know when the
talked
drama
about-
starts?
What's that?
When you hear the clink.
Yeah.
That's when the drama starts.
It's over.
Until then, we're all brothers.
Yeah, I like. No, that's
That's
true.
right.
I hear that a lot from pullers.
Man,
That's
I'm telling you.
Yep. Good. If you haven't yet, head over to fullpullpicks.com. Craig Dickey, Jeremy Yeager, Van Hazley. Put your money where your mouth is. Make your picks tonight. We have that at fullpullpicks.com. We will be live as well on our live stream. Van, so who has seen the official polling order? Doug, have you seen the polling order yet?
I guess I have.
Oh, you have?
Yeah.
Yeah, Doug's going to go get it
I want
for
to
me.
say you're 10th. You're, what are you,
I'm
second?
second.
And
So
I'm,
you're
you're
early.
second. You're,
And
so
second.
you're early.
and I'm dead last.
So
What's that? Oh, do you have the polling order of the actual class order? We haven't got that yet. So we're just kind of curious where they're all.
Diesel's on the other.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you guys will follow the 3.6
Yeah,
truck?
Yes.
on,
Is
yeah,
Is there,
we'll
it
be
looks
last
like
class.
there's about 8 to 10 of them. Does that feel right? 3.6?
Yeah, I'd say so.
Probably.
There's some more of them just pulled in here
Okay,
recently.
good.
Yeah, right
Good
before
deal.
the drivers' meeting.
So, as super stock diesel truck pullers, do you like to follow other trucks or do you like to follow pro stock tractors? What's your preference? Not that it matters, but I like to know.
I personally would rather follow trucks. I don't like following tractors. They dig a big rut, and we got to fight that. And,
Okay. Because your skinnier tires can fall in the holes.
That's correct.
Right? Like or a 30.5 or a
well,
24.5.
they can build a big dip in the track,
Okay.
where they just blister them off and 50 foot out, and
We don't want that.
we don't want that.
And it depends a lot on the track, too. I've seen, in past, if you have like a wet track or something, it is nice to get the tractors out there to dig it up a little bit and get
some air in it, dry it up a little bit.
Dry the track up and
I don't
get the
know
dirt kind of set in.
I don't know if Jim Miller's always been involved in building this track or not, but I know he is here. And he's one of the gurus.
He's kind of a coach.
Kind of a coach. He's a track building coach.
But I'll tell you, the thing about Jimmy's tracks is they're always consistent.
Yep.
Yeah. They may be a little bit on the wet side. That's great. But they're all consistent.
Good deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like dust.
I grabbed a handful of that earlier, and it's
Yeah.
not super wet. It's not dry.
Nope.
It's tight and bitey. And
Nope.
And that's what you guys like, right? Good
Yeah.
hard-
Oh,
good hard
yeah,
tracks,
baby.
right?
Yeah, we like
Unleash the beast.
Yeah.
Unleash the beast.
something you can get after it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When I'm announcing your class, and any announcer, what amazes me, how long you guys wait to get after it. I mean, I've seen some of you guys 225, 230 before it's full.
Toma.
Yeah.
Toma this year. We was out past 250 before we bent them.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And you guys can feel that in the seat?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And you can't bend them till it sets.
Okay. Otherwise, they're going to just upset the
Oh.
apple cart, right?
Jump right out of the dirt.
Yeah, it's either going to jump out of the dirt or you're just going to blow the tires off
Yeah.
and not go anywhere.
Yeah.
Craig, first pass in a diesel truck, where was it and what class was it in?
In a diesel super stock class?
Right, no, just what's your first pulling truck?
Oh, it was a Ford 7.3.
Ooh. He getting back there today.
Some brush pull and stuff?
A lot of brush pulling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, did you drive it to the pull or did you trailer it?
No, we drove it.
Drove
Yeah,
it.
that's the best. I used to announce those brush pulls back today. I'm like, yeah, this guy drove it here, but he's getting a ride home.
Yeah.
We did that, and then I built a Ford 6.4, me and my dad, and we pulled that, and then I started pulling with the Carlsons out of Sandstone, Minnesota quite a bit, and then got to know Chris pretty good and ended up marrying his daughter. Here I'm stuck.
I don't think you did that bad either.
I don't think
For
so
a
either.
fella to get stuck, you got stuck in the right place, Craig.
Yeah.
You got stuck
No
in the
doubt.
right place.
No doubt.
I like that a lot.
But you know what? He started with V8s, and he's still running V8s.
Yeah, that's cool.
The rest of us, man, we can only count to 6. Maybe.
Yeah.
So, from us as a social media guy, your truck blows up the internet every time we
That's-
video, just because
that's what they say.
It's so different.
It's
you know,
different.
The sound, the Cummins Keller, people love that. You know, my dad, I grew up on an Alice Chalmers pulling tractor, D21. But when I built my first tractor, I built an International because, you know, a D21 cylinder head's about that tall.
Right.
Yeah.
And I'm like, Dad, we got to move some air. But Dad was just pretty loyal to that. And eventually he went away from it. But for you spent a lot of money, your family and team over the years, and you stuck with it.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. There's levels of stupidity and levels of
And
ignorance.
we're up there pretty high.
Yeah.
Van would tell us on weekends we'd be overhauling our motor. Van's like, I got one laying for you guys in the shop. All you got to do is come on over and pick it up. I got one for you.
We sure did.
Yeah.
Patty sent him a many of pictures every time we get a Super Talk trimmed and dressed. Hey, Craig, we got one for you.
Yeah.
we got this.
But he stayed on the dark side.
Last year at Diesels and Dark Corners.
paid off.
It has. No,
paid off.
it's neat. And kudos to you for being here today. We don't know how it's going to finish out here tonight. It's not scripted like everybody thinks it is. This is not WWE.
No.
But if this was WWE, Jeremy, what would be your wrestler name? I'm coming to all of you on this.
Oh, my God.
What is your wrestling name?
Look
WWE
at that. He
wrestler.
looks like a stud, man.
I know. Yeager does.
Yeah. Yeager's buff, man.
I don't know. I don't know what it would be.
How'd you name the pipe dream? How'd your truck get its name?
So I'm an underground utility contractor, so
Makes
we
sense.
install pipe. And if it wasn't for that company, I wouldn't have the truck.
Well said.
Maybe like pile driver. Or
Pile
something.
driver.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
baby.
We'll write this down. Yeager's a pile driver.
Yeah, let's go with pile driver tonight.
And in this corner, weighing in, I'm not going to say your weight, the pile driver,
Well, he's
Jeremy
he's
Yeager.
7,500 pounds.
So, yeah.
7,500
There you
pounds.
go. Oh, man.
Van, what's your WWE
Oh,
name?
man, I have no idea, Jason.
So how'd the truck get rock hard ram?
You know, it's really funny. Patty started out, and she found all kinds of pictures on the internet and encyclopedias as we was looking at mountain rams, and we always wanted a name with a ram. And so I guess, man, you can't go with Raminator or Ramunition.
Those are monster trucks?
Yeah, those are monster trucks. But
The Hall brothers.
Somehow we just come up with a rock hard ram, and
But you've had that for a lot of years.
yeah, a lot of years, and I'm glad people haven't followed suit on that. A lot of, you know, it's like when you build something, you want to be original, and there's a lot of people can't figure that out. But I don't know on a wrestler, bud. I don't know what.
Jeremy,
kind of
what
name.
should we name Van?
Yeah,
I'm thinking real hard right
Do we
now.
go with
Gonna
Do we
come
go
up
with the
something
V?
Good.
Do we
Yeah.
go with the V?
yeah,
So we got the pile driver.
yeah.
What's your favorite thing
How
to
about
do?
Rock Hard Van?
Rock Hard Van. There it is.
That's
Rock
what Patty
Hard Van.
calls him on the weekends.
I'll tell you what, I don't know where I got this name.
Rock
but
Hard Van.
Years ago, everybody, all the guys, the younger guys, they all call me Vano. Hey, Vano.
Vano.
And I don't know where that comes from. Guess I'm part Italian or something here.
How you doing? How
Yeah.
you doing? The Rock Hard
Yeah,
Van. How
yeah.
you doing there, Van Hazley?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
I like it. Craig Dickey.
I
What
ain't
would
got
be
no
your
clue.
What would be your WWE wrestling name?
Boy,
What's
got
your
me
nickname?
stumped. What's that?
What's your nickname?
Everybody calls me Dickie, I
Yeah.
guess.
Yeah, well, I mean, everybody calls me Schultz. I mean, I get that.
Yeah.
Nothing rhymes with it. So,
Yeah.
Rock Hard Van. I like that.
Rock Hard Van.
Rock Hard Van.
Oh, man.
Versus the Pile Driver.
Here you go.
I like it.
Oh, yeah.
You got me
Come
stumped.
on, man. You got to come up with something.
I tell you, he ought to be Sandman or something.
Sandman.
That guy does
Sandman?
everything.
Sandman.
Yeah.
You know, we play in the sand.
Boy, you do.
A lot of it.
But
You got
people-
West to do that, right?
Yep.
Yep.
You know what? Many a men over the years would have thrown in the towel. But
Yeah.
those guys stuck with it. Man.
How many years have you stuck with the Cummins?
The Duramax?
Or-
Duramax?
I'm sorry, Jesus.
I'd say we ain't never,
Yeah,
never. I work on a lot of Cummins. That's what everybody gives us a bunch of crap about. But I mean, most of our construction equipment runs Cummins engines. You
Yep.
know? So we work on Cummins a lot too. But yeah, I don't know.
Is Wagler happy?
Oh yeah, yeah. I
Is
think
he
he's
watching?
pretty
I hope, I
stoked.
He
hope,
should
I hope
be.
he's watching tonight
He
I'm
should
guessing
be.
he is.
on the live
Yeah.
stream. So
Yeah.
He should be
But
proud.
boy, he gave me a spanking last year at Georgia. Man, you didn't cut
You-
me no slack.
you
no
waxed- you
slack.
waxed-
You
that
guys
was-
are both tired about
I was
that.
second to him on Friday, and I had something for him Saturday till the head said, I'll see you later.
So that's last year we were doing our free pick'em games on Full Pull, and everybody put all their fake money on Van. I think we gave everybody $2,500 play money.
Yeah.
Okay.
Somebody put $100 on you and won like $60,000 in fake money. So I mean, I wish it would have been real money, but your odds at the time were like 16-1. Well, then Friday night it went to then you were the favorite Saturday night. So
Diesel and Dark Corners was our definite turnaround.
did you come in with a new setup there, or did you make any
No,
changes? Or
we didn't. So what happened here is we melted that piston, so went home, tore it apart, and when you forget to hook the line up on your wastegate and you go to the Enderley, you don't get off the line. So we didn't get off the line at Enderley, and we're pretty upset. And we hemmed and hawed about going to Georgia. It's such a long drive, but it's such a great pull. They take good care of us down there, and we went down there and won both days. So I mean, it was pretty exciting for us going into winter, you know, compared to not getting off the line.
right?
Because
Because you have to think about that all winter long.
Right, sweeping a weekend. Then when come out and, you know, had to get third behind Van twice was tough. But we swallowed that pill, and here we are. I mean, the
That's
last
awesome.
hook of the
Yeah,
season.
you was
It's been-
leading Toma until I come.
Yeah.
Then it started raining, and then Dugan blew us both
Yeah,
away.
he did.
Yeah.
He had a monster pass up there,
I laid an egg at Toma.
but not at Fort Recovery.
Not at Fort
Oh,
Recovery.
my God. No, he
Wait,
hatched both
have
of
you
them.
been there? Have you been to Fort in the past? Like,
Last
does
year,
your truck like
last
Fort?
year I went to Fort Recovery. I wouldn't say it liked it or didn't like it. It ran okay there. It's a great place. It's my favorite place to go pool, honestly. But no, I don't have any like great experience, great notes, great knowledge of the place. I just got lucky a couple nights in a row.
When did you start pulling, Jeremy?
So in 2004, I pulled a Pro Stock gas truck for a little bit and gave that up.
What association?
USA East,
Okay.
Full Pull Productions.
Yeah.
And gave that up. 2006, Jeff Burton and I ran a truck called Backwoods Evolution, and we dominated the Run With Your Brung class.
Okay.
We would go out and win by 80 feet, 40 feet,
Other
60
people
feet.
liked you a lot.
Yeah. Some of the other pullers would be like, you know, we love to see you, hate to see you show up, but man, we love to watch that thing go. And I mean, it was something to see. It was 632. We had dual 1635 boggers, cut boggers on the rear. It was a monster.
That'd be
You
awesome.
know, 1400 horsepower, and these guys were running like, you know, a trussed-up street truck with a 540, and we'd just smoke them. So it was fun for a year. And then I kind of stepped away while my kids were being born. And then I don't remember what year it was. Probably 14. I built a work stock truck, and I was trying to think the first time I pulled a diesel truck when you asked him, and I'm like, oh man, when was it? 2014, I think. We built a work stock Duramax, and went to New Lexington, Ohio, first time out ever, and like won by 20 feet. And we started playing with that, and then got with Jeff Burton that lives near me. It's a great chassis guy. He's an engineer for Great All. He doesn't do it as a profession, but we built a 3.0 truck and ran a 3.0 truck with Ohio State for a few years. First couple years with the Duramax, we got our teeth kicked in. 19, 20, I guess 20, we did really good. We ended up fourth. There was like 22 trucks that followed the points. We ended up fourth out of them. And then we kind of changed our engine program and fumbled around for a little bit, stumbled, and now my son's driving that truck. We're running it just with USA East and full pull and anywhere we can get a hook on it. And he's doing really well. The last 4 hooks.
How old's your boy?
He's 17.
17?
Brody's 17. He ran at Diesel Dark Corners last year and got fourth out of 48 on Saturday night.
Was that at 3 in the morning or 1 in the morning?
It was probably 3. I don't remember what time it was, but
We live streamed that last year. We were so
man,
tired.
it's crazy.
From standing.
yeah,
It was cold.
wow. There's a super funny interview video that Tony did with Brody at the end of the track, and I really enjoyed that. I remember that from the old indoor days when I was a kid watching it. You know, it was cool when the driver pulled the vehicle off the end of the track and the driver's all wound up and they stick their microphone in the window, and you get a pretty cool interview out of somebody that's pretty wound up.
Yeah.
So it's pretty neat.
A lot of emotion there
Oh,
that. So, if tonight Craig wins the points, is your season a loss in your mind?
Absolutely not.
This has to be the best you've ever ran at this level.
This is my first run. I've never
Okay.
made the Grand National Tour before. No, I'm thankful for my new friends. I'm thankful for our success. I'm thankful for our failures. I'm very thankful to be sitting here right now talking about even being in the top 3
It's fun.
with an opportunity to even get
Think
to the
about
top.
winning.
Yeah.
So top 5 go to the Underly, right,
Yep.
guys? So
Yeah.
if we finish with let's say we get rained out tonight, which we're not. Champ, second, third, triple. Jeff, is it Myfic? Am I saying that right?
Mythic.
He would be fourth at 229. Gillette at 225.
Okay.
That would be your top 5 trucks here tonight. Crosswired's 219. American Pride's 217. So they could still shuffle into that Enderley mix a little bit here.
I don't.
At the
I,
end
don't
of
I haven't seen Keith here.
Okay.
No, I haven't
seen him
either.
here either.
I haven't had a chance to look at the sheets yet,
Yeah.
Craig. So
See, I don't know if he started farming yet or not. And he may have been, that's the problem with this pull here. A lot of times pullers weigh, well, I can't gain or lose. I'm
Right.
just not coming. Yeah, which that isn't the attitude we should have.
well, but when we actually get paid enough to make a decision like that, to park the combine, and we're not there yet. We're still getting the same checks we were getting 35 years ago. I'm a tractor puller too. That's why I worked so hard to do this, and that's why I was excited to partner up with Full Pull and get the cash picks coming, get some more sponsorship.
Right.
And it's our first year. I feel like we're heading the right. I think 5 years from now, this whole thing's gonna look completely different.
Okay.
And we're gonna sit here talking about you guys, $10,000 a hook, not $1,200.
Yeah.
And and Dan's doing a great job with sponsors from NTPA, but the bigger spotlight we can put on our sport and give a backs and get different sponsors out there and Terramax. That's what we need to do to really raise up the awareness of all of that.
Yeah,
Because
right.
We know how much money we spend on these things and the time.
yeah.
It's stupid. My wife says, you know why my tractor's the remedy? Because my wife said I will spend money I don't have, and time. She said it is a disease.
It is.
It's a
Tractor
disease.
pulling is a disease.
That's
and I
the
said,
cure.
Yeah.
And I said I have the remedy for that. So
Yes, you do.
what would it mean to you tonight if you wrap this baby up and you and your family?
Man, it would be wild. I mean, like I said, we've worked hard for a lot of years, worked on no one else's data but our own because there is no one else out there doing it.
Are there any? I mean, are there any other Duramaxes that in the super stock or pro stock?
Well, yeah, I mean, there's other Duramaxes out there,
But not at this level, is there?
not this large. But you got Randy Overton out of Canada.
Okay,
he's
yep.
got the mechanical one, and then Steve Blodgett back home in
He's at the
Elkmont,
old
Wisconsin.
and hostile.
Old and hostile. You see him around a lot of the hooks around Wisconsin.
Does he have like a 4.1 on that Charger or 4.5?
Right now, he's got a 5 and an 8.
Okay.
One of my old Columbus Chargers on it. He's kind of getting his whole. He switched over to mechanical this last year, so
Okay.
we're trying to get him figured out. And I don't know why, I don't know how, but they're all different. And I'm sure Van can attest to that. Being an engine builder is not every one runs the same. You know what I mean? They all run different. They all have different manners. I
Even
guess.
with all the Hazley machine stickers, they're all
man.
different.
My God,
I thought it was just a factory out there.
No,
just
no,
stamp,
no.
patty,
Yeah,
invoice, boom.
We call them cookie cutters till they get on the dyno.
Right.
And then you got some of them that are heroes and some of them are zeros, and then you just scratch your head. Why? Why? I mean, they're all built identical.
Yeah.
And then today, like at Hazley Machine, we got a 5-axis CNC head morting machine. I mean, they ought to be spot on, but they're not. It's crazy.
It's crazy how every engine's different.
Yeah.
And out here, every chassis hook's different. I mean, there's not a truck in our class that hooks the same. I don't care if it's the same chassis builder or not. They all hook different, and that's one thing I really like about this class is everybody is great friends. Obviously, when the hook drops, everybody's on their own. But if something were to happen to somebody on the line, everybody's always up there to help you out. What do you need? Stuff like that. But as far as the class goes, there's no one I feel that totally dominates our class. You can be first one night and last the next,
and not do a damn thing wrong,
not change anything or doing anything wrong.
No, I
just the dirt. It's the dirt.
This year was a classic example. We swung by on our way to Fort Recovery. We whip into Goshen, Indiana.
Oh, he has to rub this in.
Yeah, and he won it.
Yeah,
he won it.
Went out to Goshen, win at Goshen, Indiana, and then go to Fort Recovery and take a 9th and a 10th.
Oh, we were bragging about you on the live stream. He stopped in Goshen, got the win.
Yeah,
and then
we were all pumped, and then it went downhill. and I don't know why.
That's your fault, Jeremy.
Yeah.
He's going, I don't know what I'm doing wrong. At PPL, I'm doing great. I come to Grand National Hook, and I can't do anything.
I can't do anything.
So frustrated.
Oh, no. Good stuff. Good stuff. Jeremy, what I think I know the answer to this question, but what are you going to do different tonight to try to run down these guys ahead of you?
Nothing at all. Try and stay focused, pay attention. Didn't change much of a setup at all. Trucks should weigh the same as they have all year. We kind of roll across the scales the same every week. We all do.
Yeah.
Try not to change the trucks.
It's been a big, us and Marvin, we've had a lot of conversations.
Okay, about the scales?
Yeah, we don't care. We don't care what that number is.
Yeah, we try to
but we
explain that
want
to them
to
tonight.
run the same every night.
We're probably going to have that conversation again.
I'm
here in
pretty
about
sure we're going to
15
have
minutes.
that. Yeah, about
'cause
15 minutes.
we tried.
We just
We
talked
did
to
try.
them, but
So
I
the
think
Superstock diesel tractors, that's what I have.
Yep.
At Rockwell, we went across the semi-scale.
Yep.
And Kent Payne, we were like 400 pounds light.
Yeah.
And I can't take any more weight off my – and Kent Payne's like, I'm not pulling. And we just all agreed to say, okay, because we trusted Kent Payne. If it says 8,300, Kent, that's what we did. And then all the pullers knew that from the back. Because that's really all that you want.
The weight's just a number.
Yeah.
It's just a number.
Whatever that first truck is, it makes everything so easy. Our trucks are set up already. So all of a sudden, Toma's a classic example.
Yeah.
All of a sudden you got to pull up to the scale and you got to pull 100 pounds out. Well, it throws your suspension all off and your truck's just not set up
But it was
right.
200 at Toma.
Yeah.
Is what most of us had to pull out.
Right.
And they were just dead set. They would not.
I really hope we go to the scale at the end of the track. I really do. And a hitch. Check the hitch there. I went down to Indy to the drag races.
Yeah.
Ned took us down there. Ned Walter, from the new WPI president. We got to see the Fox, NASCAR, the studio. I mean,
Okay.
You want to talk about cool? Just from a live streaming guy.
Yep.
I don't know if we'll ever
The
get
next
to that.
level.
Yeah, but
the next level.
It's amazing. But so we were down there. I wasn't allowed to get out of the cart. I had to put my phone away because everybody knows how I am. Click, click, click everywhere. But Ned's like, Jason, stay in your golf cart. But the cars will run down the end and they pull them, they tuck them down there again at the end. And and then let the deal with Josh in the ring and the light super class. If it's at the end, that doesn't happen. So.
Right.
Just to scale it, you can do both. Make sure nobody's playing any games.
Right.
Well, we
stuff
need
like
to
that.
know what we weigh.
But everybody needs to
begin
be the
with.
same. Yeah. Oh,
Right.
absolutely.
But like I said, for our class, we just want to weigh the same. We don't want to throw weight. That's the biggest thing. So we pulled with all the same trucks at
All year
Shides.
long.
So what Kent is going to pull across a scale at, that's what we want to weigh. Weight's just a number to us.
Right. Yeah.
It don't matter. It's whatever that truck rolls across the scale without ice. That's what we want to weigh.
Perfect. I love it.
Unlike the tractors, the trucks, my truck, and I'm confident a lot of the trucks, if I have to move 200 pounds, I have to adjust my suspension.
Oh, yeah.
And I have to have time to do that.
And we don't have time.
We don't have time to do that.
After scales.
A lot of places you don't have time to do that.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah. So we've went around and around with Marvin, and Marvin's finally coming on board.
He is.
Yeah, he is.
Do you guys get him in the middle and just kind of punch on him?
No, nothing like that. He's a very, very reasonable
Yes,
man.
he is.
Just
Yes,
like
he is.
Larry Richwine used to be here, and they understand where we're coming from. But unlike a tractor, you guys can move weight from front to back. Super, super easy.
Yep.
You can't do that with a four-wheel drive.
No, because it changes everything.
Oh,
Everything.
Oh,
Yep. So.
just awful.
Well, I'm going to wrap this up with you guys. I'm going to talk to Bex and Terramax here, some of our great sponsors at the NTPA.
That's what we need to be.
That's right.
Need more of them.
Need more of them sponsors. Who do you want to thank here tonight, Van?
Oh, man, I got to thank. I mean, first of all, I got to thank my family, all my guys back at the shop, Jason. I mean, I couldn't do this without my great guys at the shop. But, I mean, Weimer, Steve, and Jim have just been golden to us over the years. And, I mean, gosh, Bob Nichols at Nichols Tire. I mean, without Bob, I mean, none of us would be sitting here. The whole four-wheel drive class has got Nichols tires on it. I mean, he did something that nobody else would do. He decided to change the rules.
What?
Yeah.
But we've been doing it this way for 35 years.
Why? And
That's my favorite line, Craig.
So Eric Stacy and myself was test dummies for
that
Bob
fits.
Nichols.
That fits.
Yeah, test dummy. You're all right. Crash dummy, test dummy.
We're friends.
Yeah. And, but anyhow, I mean, you know what Bob has done for our sport, for our class personally, and the gas four-wheel drives is just incredible. And so you just got to thank those guys. And, I mean, the list is so long, Jason, you're going to forget everybody. But, you know, my wife, I mean,
she's the queen of the class.
She loves this. Or I think I would have sold it a long time ago.
Oh, yeah.
But like I said, 50 years next year.
Congratulations.
50 years in a diesel pickup truck. Diesel pickup truck.
And that they really didn't get cool till the last 20 years.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
you were an outsider.
Oh, God.
Hey, real quick, sending your grandson trip down the track, what was that like?
I'll tell you what. It was instrumental to me. I was just a crew chief. I really enjoyed it. But my son was gleaming. He was on cloud 9.
I bet.
That's awesome.
And he would have won it. He would have won it Saturday night. But we backed him into the sled, and that's what he doesn't understand. You know, people that have never done this, you don't realize how fast the back end of your truck reacts. Well, he got a little crooked, so it slid him straight when he took off. Well, then that flustered him a little bit. He went from 4,400 RPMs to 6,260 in a blink of an eye. Guess where your tires come out of the dirt.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you, you know, all these years, these kids are in the back seat playing on their Game Boy and doing this stuff. They're paying attention, Jason. And you know, just like NASCAR, you know, they always say the right foot, the wallet gets in between the right foot and the accelerator pedal. Well, that don't happen. You know, we got hand throttles. But I'm telling you, you know, the younger generation, I mean, you know, I'll be 65 here next month. And, I mean, just their reaction time and their mental capacity. I mean, all three of us are businessmen. My God, our RAM memory's been so full for so many years.
Yeah.
I mean, we're always thinking, you know, we're never at these polls just to relax.
Right.
Because you're worried about what's going on at home.
Yep.
Yeah.
No, spot on.
Yeah.
Jeremy, anybody you want to thank here tonight?
Oh, absolutely. Just like Van, I'd like to thank my family first and foremost. You know, you travel around the country half of the summer. Your wife and your kids suffer from it. Sometimes they're with you, sometimes they're not. You know, Thursday afternoon makes it tough for everybody to get here. I'd like to thank Kevin Campbell, Chaos Fabrication. That's where the truck originated from for me. He's my engine builder for that truck right now. Bob Nichols. I also run some CM Pulling tires, Chad Meehill. They run as well. I like to use both. My crew chief, Jay Beavers. He keeps me in line.
And how does one keep the pipe dream in line?
Just
big
the
stick.
day to day.
Big stick.
Yeah, big stick. You know, Jay and I, we work together. Jay's my operations manager.
Okay.
There's a lot of days that I can't lay hands on the truck because I have a million other things going on, and Jay may have a little bit of time to squeeze in throughout the day. Jay makes the trip with me. I screwed up my knee last week. Jay drove all the way here, and he'll drive all the way home. And you know, I'll offer to drive. He'd be like, "Oh man, I got it. We're good." You know, he's probably down there doing something with the truck right now, making sure we're ready to go.
Good deal.
It's been a lot of fun. It's been a great ride.
Awesome.
Thank God.
Yep.
Thank God.
So coming in tonight, second in points, 6 behind Craig. You're 8 behind Craig. Craig Dickey, who do you want to thank?
Well, again, I need to thank my family, the crew that helps us get here every weekend, all the guys that take care of business back home while we're on the road, because that's a big part of things. Again, Jim Weimer he's taken care of us quite well. Jeremy Wagler has pushed us along for a lot of years, looked at things, made changes, helped us. We tried a lot of things. He's a heck of an engineer, and he can really.
He's a mad scientist.
Yeah,
he is.
He can really look at some stuff and design some crazy stuff. And I tell you what, he's he's always going further forward faster. And it's we stopped at a shop last weekend. We were down there at Scheid, and looked at his new setup and stuff, and man, he's got a place there. And then Randy Kleikamp, he built their chassis 5 years ago now already, but he's helped us out along the way with our suspension, and Bob Nichols with their tires, and we got to make all that work. So
awesome. I got 13 minutes, Rogo. I got 13 minutes and 2 sponsors. I'm watching. Over there, I'm getting the heckle.
Yeah, I see that. Wrap it up.
No, because I always run it too close to showtime, and they got to put cameras out, and then we can, just like you guys can test all day long, and test go to the dyno, and then you go to the track and something stupid happens.
Yep.
So, no matter what happens tonight, and who is crowned the 2024 champion,
he is the champion right there.
I appreciate that, guys.
He is the champion right there, and all he's got to do is get it down the track.
A to B.
The rest of us, we're just here to play the numbers game.
I love it. Guys, that meant a lot to us to come on tonight.
Hey,
share this around on your social media. Greg, good luck.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Jeremy, good luck. Thank you for entertaining us all summer.
Thank you, Jay.
Van Hazley. Love you, buddy.
man.
Love you, buddy.
You're all right, buddy.
It's all good. Set your mics down here.
Thanks again.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
People are texting me wrestler names for you guys. This is fun.
These guys right here.
Matt Ring, Tara Max, coming up next. I'll be done by 5:30, Allie, I promise. Matt Ring from Terramax, Region 3 sponsor. So you're like sponsoring tonight, Matt. How's that feel?
Yes, sir. It feels great.
Beautiful. Thank you for the weather, buddy.
Yeah.
I like this a lot.
The weather is beautiful.
I love it.
Track is setting up nice, and looks like we're going to have a beautiful night for some pulling.
First year Terramax has been involved with the NTPA. He came on as a Region 3 sponsor. Are you happy? I guess if you're not happy, don't tell me in front of Dan. You can whisper it in my ear later. So.
No, we are. We're loving it. It's been a lot of fun. We're getting a lot of appreciation from the pullers in being involved with the NTPA and just being a sponsor for Region 3. It's been great. We get thank yous. We're not used to that when we're sponsors.
What? Yeah.
So, like what's this about?
We're grateful. We are very grateful.
Yeah, and we're having a lot of fun with it. We enjoy it when we come, and there's been some unfortunate where we get the rain and Mother Nature's not cooperating, but not a lot we can do, but we're still trying to have a good time.
The way the season started out, I thought every weekend was going to get rained out. Now we haven't had a rain in 3 or 4 weeks, so this weekend looks beautiful as well. So
absolutely.
What'd you say? I know prices suck in farming right now, but crop-wise, are we going to have a good harvest?
I think it's going to go by regions.
Okay.
I think different parts of the country are looking fantastic. I heard from a couple customers they're going to have some of the best crops they've ever had. And then there's areas that, they're going to have a crop. It ain't going to be that great.
Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah.
Tell me about Terramax and what Terramax does for their customers.
Okay, so Terramax is a manufacturer and research and developer of microbial inoculants. We've been doing that for 26 years. It's all that we do. So obviously, the most popular inoculant is your soybean inoculants that have been out for a long, long time. But we do have corn inoculants that fix nitrogen and provide a great yield and ROI to the customer. But we have cover crop inoculants, wheat, small grains. Your southern crops, rice and cotton and peanut inoculant. And we got more inoculants coming down the line. It's just we're just waiting for the yield results on some of these test plots, and hopefully we'll have a couple more to deliver next year.
Good deal. Where can people find you in Sandwich this weekend?
We are sandwiched in between Full Pull here and Beck's Hybrids.
All right. That's a good place to be found, right off the main path. So
Yes.
I like it.
Sir.
So we'll be here tonight, and then we have tomorrow off, and we'll be back here Saturday with 2 sessions. Have you been to, we talked earlier, you haven't really been to many truck and tractor pulls before this season, right?
No,
I didn't think so.
I have not.
So what? Just erase all the sponsorship. Is this the greatest motorsport on earth?
It's pretty wild. You don't see anything like it. I've been a part of circle track racing since I was a kid.
Oh, cool.
And that, my cousin was a race car driver, and I enjoyed that for many, many years, being in the pits and doing all that jazz and working on cars. And I'm a big motorsport guy, and this is wild.
Cool. Do you have a favorite? Are you a spark plug guy? You like the diesel smoke? What do you prefer?
Ear-wise, definitely the diesel's not as loud. but the alcohol, those things are nuts.
They're insane.
And just, the horsepower they have and the torque it's mind-blowing.
Nice.
It really is.
Nice. Thank you for sponsoring Region 3 this year. We hope you're back next year.
Absolutely.
And enjoy the pull tonight.
I will.
Awesome. Thank you, Matt.
Thank you, sir.
I appreciate it, buddy.
Yep.
Matt with Terramax there, guys. And I got Timothy Hartman coming up next with Bex. Then we're going to wrap this up. We're going to move back into the trailer. Tim, how are you, sir? I guess I should let you put your headset on. I get excited a little bit. I'm not going to lie, Tim. So
I'm doing well.
Welcome to Countdown to Pull Time, Tim.
Thank you.
Where are you from, Tim?
I live about 2 hours south of here, Fairbury, Illinois, a little town, East Central Illinois.
Okay. Have you been to many truck and tractor pulls this year?
This is the first one I've been to this year.
Because I've seen different Bex, reps at every event. So
I have not been one of those. This is the first one for me.
Did you guys get your name thrown in a hat, or how do they choose where you go?
I geographically was one of the closer field sales reps to this location here, so that's how I got selected.
This is your first year coming on as a big sponsor of the NTPA. Overall, has it been well received within the Bex family?
I think so, yeah. I mean, Bex is all about family and farming. And
yeah, what's your billboard? Forged in America, Field in Faith, or what's it say? Putting you on the spot, Tim.
I think it says founded in faith, forged in America.
Yes.
That aligns a lot with what truck and tractor pulls are about in, rural America. So
that's all about. Where do you guys have a booth set up here this year?
We do. We're right back here.
Okay.
Behind where we're at right now.
So if people stop at the Bex booth, what can they find out?
Just a couple of us guys there talk about anything they want to talk about, learn about Bex. We've got some hats, some different giveaway items that if they want to stop by and have a conversation and visit and grab some stuff to take with them, we'd love to do that.
So you're a field rep. What's your title?
My title is an area team leader, so I work with our sales team in Northeast Illinois.
Okay, what kind of crops? What are we seeing in Northeast Illinois? Good crops?
For the most part, yeah. There's going to be areas that probably aren't as good as what others are as in any year.
Were they super wet, like in early, like May, June, and July?
Yep, there's going to be some late planted corn that's yet to be seen as to what that's going to do, but harvest should start here in a couple weeks, and so we'll know a lot more then.
Awesome. What's your favorite thing about working with Bex, being part of the Bex family, besides the paycheck?
Well, after that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now you're really putting me on the spot. Favorite thing about working with Bex? Probably the culture, the family experience. If I walk into the home office, there's a bunch of people there that would know who I am. I matter. I'm not just
You're not just a number?
I'm not just a number.
Well said. That makes me happy.
Yep.
That makes me happy. Good deal. Well, hey, thank you for sponsoring the NTPA. Yeah. Enjoy the truck and tractor pull tonight.
Thank
you. Have some fun.
Absolutely.
Are you going to be here Saturday as well, too?
We got a different crew coming up on Saturday, so you're going to get to meet some more of us.
Probably the heavy hitters.
Yeah, the more important ones.
The more important people?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Doug Borth. Doug. Get Doug. Tony. Get Doug. Get Doug. Doug. Come here. Doug Borth, everybody. You can come on the show here. We have a few minutes left. Doug Borth, a full pull live, stepping up here to the stage right now. We had Tony and Scott on here with us earlier, some of our camera guys. Doug, hey, it's not 5:30 yet. I got a couple minutes yet, so we're all good. It's 5:25. Doug, put your headset on here. Doug Borth, he's the one, gets a scoreboard around, gets everything lined up. He's our, I don't know if he has a title, but he's kind of our, he gets her done. I think, are you the general manager, operations director? Director of operations. Doug Borth, everybody. Doug, season's winding down, sort of, for us here. For the NTPA, we got a big fall season. We can't talk about it yet because it hasn't been officially announced. But this is our first year of doing this, and we couldn't get everywhere without you. Been a lot of ups and downs this year, motorhomes and trailers, and when Rogo was going up to Hutchinson and that wheel came off the trailer, and I called him and said, "That was your wheel, Rogo. That was your wheel, Rogo." Telling some stories there. Well, what's this season? I mean, just tell me about the experience, where we're taking this thing. Are you excited? Are you going to quit?
Well, for most people, no. I drove truck, 4 years ago?
Yep.
3 years ago. And now we're running a live stream. So it's been a learning experience.
Yes, it has. It's been pretty humbling at times. Sandwich, Illinois. Have you been down here before?
I have.
Okay.
This will be my third pull.
Big crowds, right?
For Saturday night.
Saturday night?
Sure.
Okay. So Thursday night here, we got beautiful weather. They're getting the track ready. Jim Miller's out there prepping. That was fun having Van and Jeremy and Craig up here. Craig, they've already crowned him.
Right.
They want him to go to AB. Well, just the Duramax and
Right.
Wagler and stuff like that. It's pretty exciting for all of him like that. So we're going to make our picks, Doug, you and I, right now.
The cool thing about this fair is they'll get you in and out of here. We're not going to be here all night.
Yeah, and that's okay. We don't need to pull till 1 in the morning. Promoters, pay attention. 3 hours-ish,
It won't
maybe
even be
4.
that.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, from a regular standpoint, nobody wants to stay watch truck and tractor pulling for 5-6 hours a session. So, Doug, I'm going to have you give me 2 names that you like tonight to finish in the top 3, okay? I'm going to read them off.
Okay.
Scheid Diesel, Pipe Dream, Funkin' Groovin', Trump, Crosswired, Farmer's Nightmare, Cream of the Crop, Rock Hard Ram, Trencher, Triple, Alpha Process, American Pride, Top Shelf, Smoking HD, Cummins Killer 3, One Nation. Give me 2. They're going to finish in the top 3.
Cummins Killer and American Pride.
You've been watching the Cummins Killer. They're from your neck of the woods.
They are.
So, two-wheel drive trucks, Douglas. This is head-to-heads, okay? You just have to pick who's going to win out of these two. Who's going to win between Double Shot Corey Kilmeyer and Showtime Wayne Timmerman? And let me tell you where they are on the points. Double Shot is the points leader at 202, and Timmerman's in second at 197.
Kilmeyers are tough with the two-wheelers, but so are Timmermans. I'm going to go with Corey.
Taking Corey. Okay, in the other matchup, we got bottoms up, Dustin Amundsen. He's third in the points over Roger Torgerson, fourth in the points with wide open. Who do you like out of that matchup?
Bottoms up.
Bottoms up. So there it is, people. Go to fullpullpicks.com. Tell them Doug Borth sent you. Four-wheel drive, Doug. I got some head-to-heads again. Michael O'Connor, Nasty Boys, leading the points. Totally geared. So who do you like, Bill Suki? Who do you like out of that bunch there, first or second? Nasty Boys are totally geared.
That's a tough one, too.
Well, it's supposed to be, Doug.
Well, let's go for the underdog on that one.
You're going to take totally geared? Yep, he's 2-1 right now. And then who do you like between Bighorn, Cody Skuzicek, right? Did I say that right? Okay. And True Blue, Travis Emmers. They're third and fourth in the points.
I'll take Bighorn.
Take Bighorn. So there it is, everybody. So thank you for tuning in to Countdown to Pull Time. My name's Jason Schultz, Doug Borth. Thank you to our special guest tonight. Van Hazley, Rock Hard Rams, second in points. Jeremy Yeager sitting there. He's third in points. Craig Dickey. I think a lot of you are pulling for Craig Dickey tonight. I know I am. They have not given up. They have not given up on that Duramax program.
I remember when they started with that truck, and Wes was probably out of high school. They had a laptop mounted in that truck, and he would tune it at the line.
That's awesome.
So it's come a long ways.
That is awesome. So, fans, tonight we got 4 classes for you. Grand National Superstock Diesel Trucks. A champion will be crowned in every session here tonight. Then we got 4-wheel drive Region 3 trucks. Right now, Nasty Boys is at 169, Totally Geared at 164, Bighorn at 162, True Blue at 161. 2-wheel drive, Double Shot in the lead at 202. Showtime's the second at 197. And this is the only hook of the year for the 3.6 Pro Stock Diesel truck. So shout out to the Badger State guys and the ISP guys for coming on over here and supporting the DeKalb County Fair Session 1. Sam Machonoy, Doug, I love you. FullPull.live is where you can find us in 1 hour. FullPullPicks.com is where you can put your money where